Hey everybody, welcome to 3 The Old Way, Retro Review, Jet Magazine, TV Guides, and Vinyl Records. I am Frank Smith III, your host. Let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about a Jet Magazine. This one is from May 11th, 1987. How many of y'all was born in 1987? Or after 87? A bunch of y'all probably. Let me see, how old was I? I was, 1987, I was... Give me a second. I was 16, I think. Something like that, yeah. Indian River High School, class of 89. Anyway, Jet Magazine, 1987, the week of May 11th. By the way, Jet Magazine is a black publication that started in 1951, 20 years before I was even born. Because before 1951, it was super duper difficult, if not impossible, for black people to have a weekly publication. This is a weekly thing that came out. It was all about the black community, sports figures, athletes, actors, politics, you name it. Anything that was going on that was newsworthy, I guess, that made it into this book was placed there, and we kept up with the goings on of the day. So that's what Jet Magazine is all about. If you are a Jet Magazine person and you know more about it than I do, please leave a comment, all right? Add to this. Thank you so much, because I don't know everything. I'm just going to read from this book. Jet Magazine. On the cover, we have two legendary actors, Mr. Red Fox and Mr. Dick Van Dyke from the Dick Van Dyke Show. The movie they were in was called Ghost of a Chance. Let's get straight to that one. In the movie, we have, all right, Red Fox's lengthy career has included 3 television shows over the last 15 years, several hit movies, and a very successful and ongoing nightclub act. Let's get to this. Okay. In the movie, Fox plays the role of Ivory, a honky-tonk piano player who was accidentally killed early on in the film by narcotics detective Nolan, played by Dick Van Dyke. Have you guys seen the movie? I have not. Maybe I'll check it out. 2 legendary actors in this movie. This was 1987. Also, one of the cool things about Jet Magazine is that it had something cool for me. I'm a wedding and event DJ. It had it would list the top 20 albums of the week and the top 20 singles of the week. So let's go with the top 5 of the top 20 albums right now. In 1987, in May of 1987, the top 20 albums were Just Like the First Time by Freddie Jackson. And number 2 was Sign of the Times by Prince. Give Me the Reason by Luther Vandross. Come Share My Love by Mickey Howard. Life, Love, and Pain by Club Nouveau. Those are the top 5 albums. The top 5 singles for that week. Number 1 was Sign of the Times by Prince. Always by Atlantic Starr. Go On Without You by Shirley Murdoch. Don't Disturb This Groove, I love that one, by The System. And number 5, I Got the Feeling It's Over by Gregory Abbott. Y'all remember him? Y'all remember all of these people? Yeah, well, see, I got all that vinyl record, all those vinyl records. So in another video, I'll show you some of those, okay? In the meantime, as a young man growing up in Norfolk, Virginia, hometown, Chesapeake, I grew up in Chesapeake too. As a young man, period, I always look forward to Jet Magazine because it had the Jet Beauty of the Week. This young lady, her name is Cheryl Barker. She's 34, 24, 34, is a full-time student at the University of Las Vegas. In her spare time, she enjoys tennis and acting. That's Cheryl. Go ahead, Cheryl, with your bad stuff. In the back of Jet Magazines, they would always advertise some sort of a cigarette ad, and they would always have the Surgeon General's warning. Here's the Surgeon General's warning. Cigarette smoke contains carbon monoxide. Stop smoking. Just stop smoking. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Some cool. Oh, there was a pretty interesting story here. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Check this out. A Minneapolis Bible college jock says he was expelled for dating a white girl there. Expelled for dating a white girl. Let me read this quick here. For many, the college campus represents the last bastion of true liberalism, a place where young minds are free to expand and explore. But for Calvin Addison Jr., That's Calvin Addison Jr. right there. The bitterness of his experience at a predominantly white small Midwestern college is only now beginning to fade. The whole thing was very unfair, says Addison, 21, reflecting on the incidents that led to his expulsion last October from Pillsbury Baptist Bible College in Owatonna, Minnesota. I think that's what it is. I think I was set up because I was dating a white girl, he told Jet. Addison, a star running back, was one of the 22 blacks recruited to play football at the strict Christian fundamentalist school of 215 students. Before Addison and his teammates arrived in 1985, very few blacks had ever attended Pillsbury, a private institution that educates students primarily for work in the ministry as teachers, evangelists, and missionaries. In a discrimination complaint filed with the Minnesota Department of Human Rights, Addison maintains the school refused to let him date Jennifer Schwab, an Owatonna high school student. Because she is white and he is black. Administrators at Pillsbury insist Addison was dismissed because he had too many demerits for violating school regulations. Okay, yeah, who knows? I wasn't there. Addison told Jet he met with Dean of Students James Threlfall on 3 occasions regarding his relationship with Ms. Schwab, 16. He said he complied with the college's rules requiring students who want to date across racial lines to obtain permission from each set of parents. Date across racial lines. 1987. That ain't a long time ago, y'all. Thrillfall wouldn't sign the slip that said I could date and told me that with or without our parents' permission, I couldn't date her. Addison, a Leland, Mississippi native, transferred to Mount Cenero College in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, where he is studying physical education and criminal justice. So that happened in 1987. That's enough for this issue of Jet Magazine. May 11th, 1987. This is Frank Smith III, 3 The Old Way Retro Review. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hit me up, send me a message if you want to know more about this particular issue. And I hope to see you again. So this is the Retro Review, 3 The Old Way with Jet Magazine, TV guides, and vinyl records. Next up, I'll have a TV guide for you and some of my vinyl record collection. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.